What's up, y'all? What's up? So, we're back for Love is Blind Season 2, Episode 10, The Wedding Day. So, nobody was going to tell me I had that in my mouth, in the corner of my mouth. But back to what we were supposed to be talking about. The episode picks up where we left off in Episode 9, and it's picking up with Nick deciding whether or not he's going to say I do to Danielle. My prediction was that he was going to say no. And to my surprise, he said yes. And they went ahead and got married. Congratulations. Great for them. I'm a skeptic. So I'm not sure if this is going to go for the long haul. But I do wish them the best. I don't wish anybody any ill will. But I'm just going off of based on the things I saw and stuff in the show. Well, you know, life's a journey. Some people are meant for the long haul, and some people are meant for just a season or a moment in time. We'll see. It remains to be seen, but congratulations to Danielle and Nick. The way I'm going to be doing this episode review is after I watch each segment with each couple, I'll come and give my first impression right off the top of my head, thoughts about what their decision was and whether I was right in my predictions or not. Okay? See you guys in a second. So, God, y'all, I was almost right when it comes to Deep D and Shakes. They both went through and made it down the aisle, but the officiant asked Deep D first, did she say yes to marrying Shane? She said no, I choose myself. Because she knew that man wasn't all the way in on her and all the way in love with her like she would have been with him and trying to make it work with him. And I'm so happy she chose herself. Before they made it down the aisle, when they went over their story, and so they showed Shakes with his parents and they showed Deep D with hers. The way she was looking and talking, I just for sure thought that that she was going to say yes. But she did it. Shakes told his parents, he just gonna speak from his heart and all that kind of stuff. And he was looking real convincing, and it was so crazy. Their wedding was nice. I loved her traditional dress. Oh my God, I loved it so much. It was so pretty. She looks so beautiful. And she does deserve somebody that's 110% in when it comes to her. Everybody deserves that kind of love. And she sensed it. And she did what was best. And Shakes did tell his parents that no matter what happens today, we're celebrating love. So I'm thinking he already knew. So when she said no, he said, well, it's still love and we could still celebrate. And she walked off. And then they showed him turn to his family and friends and say, let's still celebrate. And then they showed him talking, and he was just saying, like, he was kind of, that he's all right, but he was saying that if she had said yes, he was going to also say yes to her. But he's glad that she took it upon herself to say no. Because it let him off the hook. Because he didn't want to look like the bad guy. But he knew deep down inside that he just wasn't physically attracted to her. She wasn't the one. So I'm glad that she chose herself and didn't go in like a pick-me and settle for what he was giving her. You know what I mean? Um, I think he said he still wanted to be friends with her and stuff. She didn't say whether or not they were still going to be friends and all that. But she chose herself, and that was it for those two. Well, I said I wasn't sure. I said I didn't know. I said I wasn't sure if they would mesh well. And they actually went up to the altar, and they, being Shane and Natalie, their segment comes on with him looking super nervous and fidgety and everything. They had a really big fight the night before, and they decided, not that they decided, but Shane was saying they had a super big fight, and he wasn't sure what was going to happen, what he was going to say or do, or what she was going to do. He said he didn't even want to get into what the fight was about or whatever. But it all led to him saying I do, he would marry her. But the way he kept putting his head down, turning around, fidgeting and stuff like that, I felt like he said yes because he didn't want to embarrass her or something like that. So he said yes first. And then when they asked Natalie, does she, to say what she wanted to say, and she said no, she's not marrying Shane. Um, she walked off. She said something to her parents as she walked off, and his mom looked embarrassed for him. He looked embarrassed, and they showed both of them walk out, and they had like a conversation outside, and she was saying to him that yes, I do love you. You're like my best friend. But I just feel like we need more time. We got like some serious issues to work through. So apparently they had gotten an argument, and he had told her he hate her, and she's the worst thing that could ever happen to him. When they had the segment when he was talking by himself without his brother and his friends around, he had told the producers or whomever was recording that he feels like he just can't live up to her standards. Now, I said in the previous video, she's very anal and she's very neurotic. And she's sarcastic too. And he said he just hit a breaking point and he just felt, he lashed out and they got into their argument and stuff. But he just feels like he can't live up. He couldn't live up to what he perceives that she may have wanted in a man. When they had that talk outside, she apologized to him for, good Lord, girl. I hope y'all didn't really have to hear that. But anyway, he decided, he told her, she said that she didn't want to actually like split up, but she just wanted to take the time to work on things. They got some big issues that they need to work on. So, he said respectfully, no. He doesn't want to work on the issues. He needs time. He can't decide yes or no right about now. He needs time. Because she just told him no at the altar. So that was Natalie and Shane. They didn't say I do. He said yes. She said no. Sal Mel, y'all. Sal and Mallory. After all that terrible singing and all that, he said no. He said he couldn't marry her. Oh, wow. I don't even know why I was so stumped by that. Maybe it's because it was Sal who said no. But, because in my previous video, I did say I wasn't too sure about them. I don't know how it's going to go. And, Mallory and Sal had a conversation with each other, it looked brief, conversation with one another after all of the guests left. And, Sal apologized to her family and stuff like that for, getting them all there and decided not to go through with it. He stated in that when they held hands, in that moment, he knew that they needed more than what they've been showing each other to make and sustain a marriage. He asked Mel if she would have said yes to him had he said yes. She said she wasn't even sure. She didn't know. She might have, she might not have. She doesn't know. And also noted that her father was not there to walk her down the aisle. She walked herself. I don't even recall seeing her mother there. So it was a no for Sal and Mallory. Um, she asked him, did he still want to like leave there and still work on the relationship that they was building? He said give him some days to think about it, which to me sounds like probably not. So next up, we gonna see what's gonna happen with Ayana and Jared. But thus far, we have what, one one couple got married, one couple, and also was on Google, and I noticed that I saw articles with one couple that was on this season. They didn't show their engagement or anything on the show, and they ended up getting engaged, but it lasted for a few months outside of the pods, and ended up breaking up and everything. Yeah, but they didn't follow that couple like that. If you Google Love Is Blind season 2, you can see what couple that was. They didn't even show them that much on the show, period. But we'll be back when we get the results with Ayana and Jared. We're back. My favorite couple for not just for season 2, but this whole experiment. Season 1 and season 2, top couple, favorite couple of all is Ayana and Jared. I don't know what it is. She just so sweet, and she kind of like some parts of her remind me of myself. That being scared and like living in your head sometimes and scared to take the chance. And looks alone, Jared is the type of person that I would go for. And then, like, seeing him talk to his friends, his parents, and stuff like that, like, that sold me on him and them even more. First up, I want to also say, I kept looking at Jared's father like he seemed so familiar, like I seen him somewhere before, but I've never seen this man. But you know what it is? Something about him reminds me of this R&B singer by the name of Dave Hollister. Um, some people might be familiar with him, some people are not. But he's also, at this time, I think he's a solo act. And when he came out when Teddy Riley revamped his group Blackstreet, and Dave Hollister was one of the, I would say, the lead singer of the group Blackstreet when he was singing with them. Then he went solo, and then I remember last summer it was mentioned that Dave Hollister, another R&B singer by the name of, oh my God, Cole Thomas. I believe it was Cole Thomas, Dave Hollister, and my man's Darnell Jones. This man, Darnell Jones, can write some songs, and he makes beautiful music. But they were forming like a super group, like a super R&B group, and I forgot what they were calling themselves, but they all come from Chicago, which is where all the couples lived on Love Is Blind season 2. So his Jared's dad reminded me of Dave House. I went off on a long tangent just talking about that guy. But if you've never heard of those three singers, check them out, especially Darnell Jones. Cole Thomas, I could take or leave him as an artist, but I really, really, really dig Dave Hollister's voice and some of the songs he's had, and I really dig Darnell Jones. Darnell Jones. You missing out if you never listened to the Where I Wanna Be album. That's Darnell Jones's album. That whole album is top notch. Top notch R&B. It's an album you play with no skips. You just listen to the whole thing. But anyway, back to my favorite couple this show has ever had. They both said I do. I was nervous. I was nervous that Ayana was gonna decide no, cause like she said, it's to her, it's like jumping off of a cliff, cause she can't find out what type of husband Jared's gonna be, and if he's gonna really stand by his word and make the changes that he needs to make as a man to be a good husband. She can't see those things in action unless she agrees to go through with the idea and allow him to show up and prove himself to be a man of his word and being a good husband. And they both said I do. She looks so beautiful. And maybe I'm biased because like I said and I keep reiterating, they are my favorite couple ever on this show. Period. Period. Um Ayana's mom tripped me out when she was telling before they prayed before she got in line to go down the aisle. The mom said, "I'm with you. I got your back, no matter what you choose. If I gotta fight somebody, point them out, and we're gonna make it do what it do. It's gonna have to happen." It tickled me because that's just black mamas for you. You know, they got your back. They're gonna throw bows if they gotta throw bows. You know, but they said I did. I pray, God, I pray that this was a genuine one and that they stay together, that they make it, that they are a successful love story from this show. Cause to me they fit. They really do seem like they fit. So I'm hoping that it's genuine and they uh that they make it. I really hope so. I really hope they make it. I do. I want them to make it so bad. I think they're so beautiful together. Black love. Black love. So, with that, this ends my video for Love is Blind Season 2, Episode 10, The Wedding Day, and my predictions on who was going to say I did and who was not going to say I did. I'm very, very pleased to see that these two, my favorites, said I do to each other. And we have two couples that actually got married, and the rest said no. I'm this how season 1 went exactly? The same thing. People said I do. It was two couples that said I do, and those two couples are still together. And that was Barrett. I don't even remember the child's name that he married, but I remember Barrett, and of course I remember Lauren and Cameron. Um, they was the most unlikely couple, and I don't know. Like I think Lauren is beautiful, and Cameron is super sweet. But I don't know. Like it's something about them. Even after all this time, them two still being together, them two still having, like a YouTube together and, uploading. And I subscribe to their channel and watch their videos and stuff. But it's not convincing. Even after all this time, I'm still not convinced on them two. I'm not convinced that she's that into him. I think he's super into her. But I think this was like a business move for her. You know, I really do. I think they stayed together because they can get some endorsements and they can live off the hype of the show and they can, you know what I mean? They can get paid from YouTube, make a channel since the show was real big, make a YouTube channel and get money from, making these YouTube videos and stuff like that and get all kind of brand deals and endorsement deals. I just I don't, I don't buy it. Like I said, love them both. I think that he's a wonderful guy, and I think she's a beautiful woman. But I just don't buy into Lauren and Cameron like that. It's just, it doesn't seem genuine to me. It seems like a business deal. But those are my thoughts. Just one more thing I just had to add in. Y'all, could we be related? Mr. and Mrs. Jared Jones? There's Jones in my family. Also, I had to put in here, I had to come back and record this little part. Everybody's suit and gown choices were very, very beautiful, I must say. Um, I don't know why I didn't mention the attire when I was speaking on each couple, but yeah, I really think everybody chose something that fit them. I thought that the one person who was dressed, I was like, I think she could have picked something that would have made her shine even more, was Natalie. I feel like Natalie could have picked, to me, her dress was the plainest, if you get my drift. Um, Also, I really really like the way Shane's suit, the way his tux, the way the pants and the jacket were cut, and him with his shoes on with no show socks or whatever. Like I really 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 like that. And my favorite dress color scheme of this whole episode was from my favorite couple of the show. That soft mauve pink with that rich navy blue was so so pretty. Even I didn't even realize that she was his stepmother and not his biological mother. Jared's stepmother, she was sharp in that pink suit with her big oversized glasses walking down the aisle with her husband. She looked really pretty. I just Jared's suit and tie combination, the colors complemented each other so well. I think they just looked really really good, and they looked like they had the most fun wedding. They just seemed like it's just so genuine. I just can go on and on and on and on and on about how genuine the connection between him and Ayana was. It seems like wow. Um, I hope I'm not let down in the future, but I really do think it was genuine. Also, I got to give a shout out to Mallory. That dress was cut so nice for her body. I think she looked pretty. I think she's a beautiful person, period, though. And I wish the best for her, and I hope she do find the love that she deserves to. I hope everybody in the show finds the love and the person that they deserve. Because everybody deserves to have love. Like everybody deserves to find, as some old folks like to say, every pot has their lid. Everybody deserves to find the lid to their pot. You know what I mean? I'm a hopeless romantic. I love love and everything about it. And I just want everybody to have their person. I think we all want that. But that's all. Back to the rest of the video. But those are my thoughts. I might come back and talk about the reunion show and all that kind of stuff and other things. But I just wanted to come to y'all with my thoughts on episode 10, the weddings, and what I thought, and if my predictions came true, if I was right and what I was feeling in my gut about these couples and stuff like that. And for the most part, I think the ones I was saying definite this and that, I think I was probably right. I was a little nervous about certain people and stuff like that, but I'm pleasantly surprised that Jared and Ayana got married because, like I said, I was rooting for them. I think they're a beautiful, beautiful couple, and I think they are meant for each other, and I think it's genuine. I really do. I really truly think it's a genuine love connection and a not general, genuine emotional match with one another. So I see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching this video. For those who click it and actually watch it all the way through. If you don't, if you aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Um, get down in the comments and tell me your thoughts about this particular episode and what your predictions were if you are a fan of the show Love is Blind. And please don't forget to click the like button. As soon as you click the video to play, just click the like button. Please. I appreciate it. Thank you. Peace.